Hi and welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about how to get the length of a list. In the last video we briefly saw how to get the total sum of different elements in a list. For example, if we have a list called grades, and this has the elements 95, 50, 75 and 100, we saw that we could do sum, and then inside the brackets of sum we could put the grades list, and we could say this something like total is that, and then we can print the total out, and this would calculate the total sum of each element here. So it would give us 95, 50, 75 and 100. I was about to add them all up in my head, but then I realized I can't do that. So if we run this, you can see we get 320 there on the side. Now, as you can see, this list has 4 elements, right? It has 95, 50, 75 and 100. There are 4 distinct elements in this list. So if we wanted to know how many elements there are, we can do that by calculating the length of the list. So we could do something like, say, length is equal to len of grades. So just like sum gives us the total addition of all elements, len gives us the total count of elements, how many elements there are. So then we can print length, and you'll see that we get 320 and then 4 here on the side. These two things here, we're going to look at them in much more detail over the rest of the course, but they are very useful, and indeed you may need this one for the next exercise. There are more things that we can do other than sum and len, and again, we will learn about the other things you can do with lists and other collections later on in the course. And by the way, this len and this sum work on lists. They also work on tuples, so if we make our grades list, we make it a tuple, this will still work fine. And the len also works in dictionaries and sets, so you can also get how many elements there are in a dictionary or a set. Generally, I'd advise you play around with these things and give it a go, see where they work, where they don't work, because that's a really good way of sort of getting accustomed and getting to grips with everything that there is to do in programming by playing around with it and giving it a go. Nonetheless, we've got a coding exercise coming up next, so please tackle that one. You're going to need to use the len keyword in it, so give it a go and then come back and we will continue. I'll see you soon.